I can't sleep. I still have that nightmare about Natalie getting into that car accident and breaking her neck, and her head is staring right at me. I try to stay busy. There isn't a day that goes by that Natalie's mother doesn't think to herself, I should have been a real mother. There isn't a day that goes by that Alicia doesn't think about it. There's not a day that goes by that what the hell am I saying? These people are all druggies, they don't give a fuck. The thing is, Joanna Taylor Smith, she doesn't care how much I hurt. None of these people care how much I hurt, or they would have come forward. If they loved me, they would have come forward. All the people who did Natalie wrong in her life, that actually have consciences, they're gonna think about that for the rest of their lives. It's easy for them to blame me because they don't want to admit that they did wrong. I admitted all of mine. The lady I'm staying with, night before last, she did that whole blaming me for her predator stalking her again. Blaming me for it. All of these people who played victim, at least the ones who claimed that they loved me, they're all trying to hide it. And they're never gonna come forward, whether I'm alive or dead. When I'm dead, they'll feel the pain. They'll do what it is that Rose does every single night. I needed the help that Natalie had. I needed Natalie to just call off the dogs. I wasn't stalking her. I was begging her for help. But she just wanted her mom to love her, and she didn't care if an innocent man was harmed. So yesterday I had a real bad stress headache, and the lady here, I know she let that predator back in her life. And she's never gonna tell the truth about it. She's never gonna come forward about it, but she also knows I didn't come here to fight my case. This is the one place that I came to kill myself. And she knows it. When I'm dead, Alicia's gonna think about it for the rest of her life. Maddie Boa is gonna think about it for the rest of her life. Peaches will never forget. And it'll hurt her too. And it'll hurt my dad. And it'll hurt my older brother. It doesn't hurt him at all right now. They're just pissed off that I told the truth about them. I told the things that they're ashamed of in public because they wouldn't come forward and tell the truth. My mom's not going to care when I'm dead. She'll say good riddance. My sister will cry. Tabby will cry. All of these people who played victim, when they didn't keep their word, they'll cry. Well, not Lana or Amanda Ingline. That's the thing, is that I just want to make sure as much of the truth is out there as possible before I kill myself, because these people didn't care how much I hurt or how much they hurt me by not telling the truth. There isn't a single police officer on planet Earth who has actual remorse, or at least none in the United States. None that I've encountered. They all make excuses. Every one of them. They all do immoral things and pretend it's okay. At least I got my YouTube channel, and it'll be there long after I'm dead. And Ryan Ingersoll can think about the things that she's done. Amy Spencer won't. She doesn't have a conscience. Ryan will think about it until the day that she dies, though. Brandon Jepson will think about it until the day that he dies. Alicia Bollinger will think about it until the day that she dies. The lady whose house I'm at, I had a real bad panic attack yesterday. It's because the night before, when she was still accusing me, blaming me for the fact that the man who beat her repeatedly came to her house, stalked her to her house, and she blames me for it. Then she wants to talk about taking responsibility. No, she doesn't know how to take responsibility. So today, well, last night she was pretty pissed off at me, and she let me know it, but I'm used to that. I already know what's coming. Today, her and her kid went in her room when she got off of work, and they pretty well stayed in there. And she's had an attitude ever since, and she's bitching at me about little stuff that's not why she's angry. The little shit that she's bitching about isn't why she's angry. And I know that she'll be like this for probably a good 3 or 4 days, at least. She has a habit of holding a grudge for months on end. Sometimes years. All of these people had the opportunity to tell the truth. Mandy Hughes, she'll hurt forever. Shannon Alvarado, she will hurt. Rick won't care. Justine will. Justine will remember until the day that she dies. See, that's the thing. I begged for help. Help me or kill me. But how do you get an alcoholic to listen? See, the thing is, each one of these people with their own individual parts show the greater whole. I'm bound and determined to die before all of them. The lady I'm staying with now, she's gonna nitpick and nitpick and nitpick. She's done this before. I already know what's coming. I already know their personalities. Ran Ingersoll, she'll hop into the bottom of a bottle again if she has sobered up by now, which I'm sure she hasn't. The lady that I'm staying with, she'll do the silent treatment. Like tonight, she went into the room to pretend I don't exist. And I heard her and her son talking. And then her son came out of the room, so I put my stuff in the microwave. It wasn't even 2 minutes after her son came out of the room and I heard them talking. And I put my stuff in the microwave, and I microwaved it, and I took it out. About 20 minutes later, she came out of the room, throwing a tantrum at me on her way to have a cigarette. You woke me up again with the microwave. She made that up. She wasn't sleeping. It takes longer than a minute to go from that to being asleep. But that's the thing, between being honest with me and making things up just to make me feel bad, she'll make things up to make me feel bad. Just so she has an excuse. Then again, I had a panic attack yesterday and I didn't want to have it. And I was loud. It was over Bobby Forrest and James Payton and Alicia Bollinger and Natalie Bollinger and Seth Payton. See, the thing is, all of these people who are mad at me, there's enough evidence for them to look at to realize that each one of them individually, when they see what I've said, instead of denying that I told the truth, instead of denying it, they're gonna feel every bit of the fact that I killed myself because their pride was more important than a human life. I admitted where I fucked up. I admitted that I'm not perfect. I'm gonna try to hold out as long as I can and get as much shown as possible, but the more I try to show it, the more hopeless I feel. I just want to show as much as possible before I kill myself.